Hello, 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 hello. What is up, everyone? Welcome to tonight, where we are definitely, for sure, 100% finishing episode 2 of Justice for All. Okay, that's my not lie, but I really want to finish it tonight. We're probably gonna be here for a while. I hope y'all all are ready for that. So, anyways, before we start, I do have a couple things I want to say. Hi. Thanks, Survey, for actually remembering to disable emote in subscriber mode. Haven't done that in the past couple streams, so thank you. So, I do want to mention about yesterday's stream. I did cut it off earlier than I wanted it to. So, to make up for that, and plus, because today was there was a new patch for Aura Kingdom, I am gonna have a bonus stream tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central for what I wanted to do the other part of what I wanted to do in that stream yesterday's stream. So, I wanted to do Kakarot Forest as well as Crescent Hill yesterday, but I had a headache and I wasn't feeling up for streaming for the rest of that time. You understand, right? Yeah. Hopefully. Of course. I'm sure you guys would understand that. So, anyways, yes, tomorrow I want to do that. And I also want to talk about today's task tomorrow. I feel like it would be better to talk about it at an actual Aura Kingdom stream. And this is actually a reason why I tend to stream Aura Kingdom on Wednesdays, is because when a patch does come out, I can just talk about it that day on stream. So, and the reason I'm not gonna go live at the normal 1 o'clock, which I usually do for Aura Kingdom, is kind of simple because the Aura Kingdom team is doing a live stream tomorrow, and I kind of want to be there. It starts at 11 Central, but it does say noon game time, which is Eastern time. So, hope you understand it. I was like, I'd be cutting myself into it. I don't know how long that stream's gonna be. Plus, there's some Sword Art Online Bridge is premiering tomorrow at 3 p.m. The new episode, and I binge watched it all. Binge watched the entire series a couple days ago, and so that's kind of why it's the normal 6 p.m. of stream time, which usually is not the option for a stream time. And also, I would like to mention that despite the fact that my cap is going to be out of time this weekend, we are still doing Gmod. Because I was like, fuck it, Gmod. Because I can do that kind of things. I was like, we don't need him. All we need is the server to be up. Which is usually the case. So if the server's done, then things are going to be different. There's just nothing I can do about that. But before we switch over to Phoenix Wright, Alexa, tell us an interesting fact. My tarot was broken. Anyways, so that's enough talking. Let's get our attorney on. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Well, that's quite embarrassing. Oh well, anyways, let's go. Let's start. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Nick? Yeah? What's going know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me? Yeah. Why? Just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself. She's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. Again. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all of you gone through. Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show her support. Oh no. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Maya to Mia today too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of a person you love. Pearly! Not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later, then. I'll leave you to your alone time. Thanks goodness. Nick? This way Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? Yeah, we don't need Pearls to realize what we're going to do. We're going to blame her mother. We don't need Pearls to do that. To see that. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing foolishly fooled clothes. It's a tongue twister every time she does that. Ugh. And I feel like I'm determined to get it right. The famous one is me. But I'm Phoenix Wright. I'm the one with the cool name. And I'm the one with my name on the game! Oh, wait, they don't know this is a game. I'm the prodigy who's never lost a case from becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me, as I conducted my first trial in this country. Huh? That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Faceook. Okay, so we're Mr. Phoenix Wright, but Mia doesn't get to be her full name? Well, I guess it's a little confusing on which Fae you're talking to right now. It's true what they say. Women are really scary when they fight. No, is it, guys? I'm pretty sure you've seen Alexa and I get mad at each other. But we're not that scary, right? Well, you guys can be the judge on that on Saturday when we play Team together again. Now then, a very interesting theory has been presented during yesterday's session. That the defense could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. This key is proof of that. This key, the only one to the channeling chamber, not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defense did indeed leave the room at one point. What? It's impossible. Writing that down because that might come back. Well, probably. But, Miss Montparma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that person in the picture is not the defendant? I never said it wasn't the defendant. Then what's the meaning of this? All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. Bullshit. And I believe when she dropped this key, can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fay, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. And also the reason why we needed Pearly to channel Mia. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay, and I am a spirit medium. In the manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean in the manner of speaking? Yeah! I don't think anyone really cares. Actually, I care. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit serving technique on Miss Maya. The spirit serving technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is. Yes, that is. You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. And why am I now hearing about this for the first time, Morgan? What in the world could have... Miss Maya, she escaped from the room. And you didn't tell me this before? What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Order! Miss Fey, please testify to the court what happened during this time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone's just upped the ante on this trial. Like I said, you bitch. After we heard the gunshots, the two broke through the door and opened. To be fair, it was just me. Lada did nothing. She just entered the room upon me breaking the door. Sorry about that again, Miss Fey. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Miss Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now, you bitch? I always say the you bitch under my breath because I don't think that's appropriate talk for the courtroom. I did not wish to cause more trouble for Miss Maya. This would have been crucial detail I would have needed. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She's simply correcting for a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. And this is why we press. Oh shoot, I only have so much left, probably from being really bad at unlocking Mia's psyche lock. Press! Just now, you said those two. Who were those two people you're referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Oh yes! Miss Letta Hart! The one from Heartland. Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply cannot understand her atrocious English. Not to mention, she looked awful. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I already sent. There it is! I knew I couldn't get a case without having our wallets being affected. I already have these sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Faye? I request that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Is it really necessary for two people to do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At that time, I, myself, was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. Question further! There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify! Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and the gamer woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, it's very noble of you, Miss Faye. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my out for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue. A pistol was hanging from Miss Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. And this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It's very painful for me to say this. However, the witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? I gotta question it further. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mr. Maya has done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What? Pray tell, did she? Ow! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what had happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, it's always later. Yes, very well. Ugh, why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. And quite suddenly, she started away from me and... Was it really easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit that such a thing. However, yes. But you're physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? About this picture? Remember at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Yuck! Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Judge, I'm 25! Basically, Mrs. Maya's body was still at that nurse that she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have chased her right away? Well, yes, I would have. However, this great drink she hit me in the base of the neck, and I fainted for a short while. You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed on the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps? Yes, because it took me and Lotta 10 minutes to call the police. And the defendant almost certainly was somewhere in that time. Happy witness, elaborate on that point for us. Well, if she escaped, is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? Question further. So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that it's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the handling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder it myself. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up to her sleeve. That's what. And that's probably Innie. It looks like Miss Von Chroma is ready to move on to her next witness. That's enough! From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. From what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave this chamber. Hope this isn't gonna come back and bite us in the butt. Oh, it is, because I believe that Morgan and Innie are in cahoots. So like Morgan's probably Innie's accomplice. You know? What's the legal standpoint of being an accomplice? I know. I never had I never had to like deal with this part of it because in the world of Danganronpa, it's not really it's not really a good. It's not. There's no benefit from having an accomplice in the world of Danganronpa. But here, having an accomplice works better for you. So, they're in cahoots. Someone's accomplice. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes. That's exactly where it should be. Eek! Be quiet, you! Now then, when the escapee has done what she has gone to do, she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Who was that? The prosecution calls Miss Emmy May, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Any Minnie, I think you can see where this is headed. This isn't going well. Witness, name, and occupation. Okay. So my name is like Emmy Minnie, and I'm like researching like pyrocytology stuff like at like university. What is pyrocytology? It's like, let's see. It's like, I guess like mostly like people call it like occult stuff. And if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what it means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. I love the judge so much. Now then, Miss Minnie, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. Is it alright? It is alright, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir! For the love of all good, Your Honor, have a spine! For my sake! Like, when the channeling started, I was like asleep in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, ready, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, like, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying that the person that entered was your sister? Do you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at the time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of the witness's sister? Yes, Minnie. She was the nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness? Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why didn't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Minnie, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. It was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There. Are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far to use a medium to get revenge. It's a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimony points to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I don't think this is the truth. It certainly seems like all loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now. It was all made up. Was it one huge lie? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Ah, right, forgot you can read my mind. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even more well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find the one loose thread and unwind the tapestries of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Sorry, I heard my doorbell ring. Someone else will get it. Yet again, foolish fool spots more foolish dabble. I wonder if you'll make this more entertaining than last. Let's go. Like, when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Was it because of your sesame allergies, was it? That's right. I think there was some sesame seeds in the lunch they served that day. I had this pre-motion it was gonna be it was gonna totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyways, you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? A little later, someone came into the room really suddenly. Do you know the time? Maybe it was a little before 11 a.m. Something like that, I think. 11 a.m. Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for food. When does the fuck? Doesn't give us time. Officer report useless to me. No. I think you I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking for what time it is now. I meant what time was it when just someone came into your room. Oh, so that was what you meant. You should have been more clear about that. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. It's really. That's it? Why did you stop mid-sentence? God darn it, Valley Girls, man. Did I, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Yeah, she's an idiot, Phoenix. Witness, about this person who entered the side room. It was oh my god, totally my sister. Are you absolutely sure? I guess? You guess? That doesn't hold up in court. Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. It's right, and I don't even know if I have to. First of all, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she managed to mess up in the question. She messed up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi? I hadn't seen her in so long. I was so happy in a sad way. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But maybe if I was someone who didn't know about the occult. But I know all about the Kieran channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? Nope. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. There was any reason for me to think it was strange. But ow! Don't keep badgering with her. You know the phrase objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright. Questioning of the witness feels like the question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is it really that important? It's very important. It's very important! Although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. I do that all the time. It's yes, this is important! I just don't know why yet! But I really gotta bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking. Every good attorney's job. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Minnie, please amend your testimony. Okay. Ah, yes! I'm totally, cool with that. I'm adding, extra likes with her. I wasn't, scared at all, but, her costume looked, totally, normal. So, there was nothing odd about your sister's appearance. Yeah, nothing was, weird. Maya's talking to herself. Like she found out something wrong. That's impossible. It is. Because if we remember the scene correct of when Mimi died, she just got off of work. So if you totally... Yeah. It is impossible. Everything okay? I can, go on. My sister, told me something, totally terrible. Hey, Dave. Oh, yeah. Sup? What up? We're in the middle of something. I just don't know how, but it is impossible for any to not think of it as weird. I don't know why yet, but it is impossible. Something terrible. What was the thing she told you? Huh? Didn't I just tell you about it? Did you forget already? No, I didn't forget. I just when in doubt got a breath. A foolish fool with foolishly A foolish sever of a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Well, excuse me, princess. Anyways, should I, I know, right? I know I'm only like episode 2 of the second game, but this first game was so awesome! And I can't wait for the rest of the series. And then I'm also excited to get to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. But, you know, that will be after Danganronpa S. I'm sorry, but can I hear the story one more time? Like, sure, no problem. I'll even, like, tell it all spooky, like, for you. It was no accident. I gotta channel my innie here. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Annie? Like, how was that? It was a little scary. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe I, like, put too much spookiness into it. I know there has to be something I can use. But where? She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up. But don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. Exactly. There's gotta be something. I have an idea. This is a little reckless. First try. I'm getting the hang of this. That's a very well spun lie, Miss Innie. What are you blabbing about this time, Mr. Phoenix, right? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Innie, may I remind you what you said? Like, totally normal. Like, how are you not shocked about blood on it? May I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, but I don't think that's what you're thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of your sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Miss Minnie? Why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order! Miss Minnie, meaning of this? Mrs. Minnie? I'm singing! Don't interrupt me! That's... What are you stammering about, Your Honor? Well, that witness. Personality did a complete 180 there. Even my voice I gave her did a 180, kind of. Lots of people do that when they're on... Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to, like, snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. Ugh, this judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be. But don't worry, we love him nonetheless, okay? He's under that category of lovable idiots, just with gumshoe, okay? See, I have a whole category of characters I like just because they're lovable idiots. Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know? So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And then, like, I took my sisters to the channeling chamber. And all this happens within 10 minutes. Keep in mind. Because that's how long Morgan said she was fainted for. Yes, I see that. You have given us a clear reason why you did not notice the blood. You think? Like, thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? No. I don't know. Alright, I guess not. When in doubt, glare. Very well. You may question the witness. When in doubt, press! Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know? Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your suggestive opinions onto this court. Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Minnie's? You're such a hopeless cause, witness. You may feel free to ignore this trial, little man. Like, okay. Ugh, can't breathe. Let me out of here. So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood, like, totally blended in. You didn't see the blood? Like, yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. That's, like, Are you going to tell me what next that you didn't notice the gun either? Like, I totally didn't. Like, all I was looking at was... I was looking at, like, her face. Continue. And I, like, persuaded my sister, like, it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And what was your sister and Minnie was like at the time? Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she, like, just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew. She, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Minnie's spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister home by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I'd feel I'd like to feel a lot better soon, too, Mr. Phoenix, right? The sooner the better. Nope, sorry, we got another day after this. She says with her whip at the ready. And, like, Miss Morgan was, like, the only one in the channeling chamber, you know. May I ask you one more thing, Miss Minnie? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? Like, what do you mean? When do you mean? When you... I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered that rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something. Like, I totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd in the way to the channeling chamber, that's all that important? It's very important. Pearl broke the vase. And it could be very important later on. I asked because it's very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. That's the key! That's the spirit! We just bluff our way into victory! Very well. Miss Minnie, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I didn't get why, but okay. I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the channeling chamber. Try to remember that time. Oh, like, I remember, like, I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this is really a dead end. Some things you finally pull out of a witness never a dead end, Phoenix. It's not good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge released this testimony. If you don't find something sort of hitch in her statement, you'll end the trial. I know. We have to give it another shot. No matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. Okay, hear me out. Okay. Actually, hear me out. Pearl! You say you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible. Like, oh, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting, you have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just happens at the time. It just so happens at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center's garden. The garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area has to have seen her. So Minnie, what do you have to say about that? Yeah. Objection. Wow, you can actually speak the word objection. As the court can see, she is a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at that time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous. I'm not done, Miss Von Karma. It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. What sort of foolish... There's no way someone walking along the Winding Way could not have seen Pearl. This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot? What's that gonna prove? Do you know why it's cracked? Because Pearl broke it. That's why. She broke the urn? Yeah! Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? Because that's what I do! I ruined Prosecutor's life! I'm kidding. No, that's not true. I ruined your father's. And I guess I kind of also ruined Edward's, you know, But you know what? I saved Lana. You know, I made Lana's life better. I am 2 for 4, making prosecutors' lives better. I am 1 for 4, and I'll take it. Actually, I'll say like 1.5 because I really don't know what Edris is up to nowadays. Yeah. Mr. Finn, he's just getting there, you know? This urn was broke around the time the channeling started. Ah! And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the Winding Way. What? Miss Minnie? Pearl was in the Winding Way at the time. She was hard at work, putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. You couldn't have seen if you couldn't have seen that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Minnie. You are a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. Oh, right, forgot. The judge is sitting on our side right now. The one who needs to watch what she is saying is the witness. So, Miss Minnie, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right! I was, like, sleeping in the side room. I really believe her. She's really sleeping in the side room? There's no way. Your lies end here. What do you? The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there's a clear contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? Help me, Maya. I want to click me, help me, Maya, but I'm gonna think this through before I get Mia's help. Can I put together? Let me look at the evidence. I will if I can't put this together from my notes and our evidence. Because I don't think it's in her testimony, is the thing. Because I don't think we can't prove she wasn't in the side room at the time of the murder. So I think it's not in her testimony. Except for the fact that she said, except for the fact that she said she was in the Winding Way. That's the only lie about that, and we... You know what? I'm going to go with it. Help me, Mia! I may have overreached this one. Is there really a contradiction somewhere? Don't worry. You're on the right path, Phoenix. It might be a little hard for you to see the contradiction, but it's there. So just this once. You want me to help you out? Please! I need a hint. I don't need you to give me the answer. I just need you to give me a hint. Yes, please help me. Please, I need you right now. I need your help right now. Hold on. First, calm down, Phoenix. Good. That girl slipped up with her words. So it is in her testimony. Her words. And she really was in the side room and the entire time. Then she just testified about something she shouldn't have any knowledge of. And what's that? The rest is for you to figure out on your own. That gave me everything I needed to know. Thanks, Mia. Mr. Wright, what is your answer? Ah, okay. Time to add another buff to the pile. One thing we're good at. The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there's a clear contradiction here. A contradiction? Where's this contradiction? In her testimony just now. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Minnie, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was, like, the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So, like, what does that have to do with anything? But it's very simple. Miss Minnie, how do you know that fact? How? I can see that Miss Faye was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Minnie, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there. You didn't go there by the way of the winding way. Yeah! But look at this mind gap. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that is right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Minnie, please answer the question. Don't go ask questions off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you put it on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? She was in the channeling chamber already. Hear me out. Hear me out. The closing box. Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. Only one person who only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Innie Minnie. And your aunt's in cahoots with her, so she's the accomplice. I figured that part out. Cool. Well, of course, Morgan was the accomplice. She had an alibi for the time of the murder, and I can testify for her alibi. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? In the channeling chamber. Miss Minnie was here, of course. What? But the channeling chamber? Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Minnie was at the scene of the crime. Order. That's why. Is that what? Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple, Miss Minnie was hiding at the scene of the crime. It was hiding? Where? Where was I hiding? Here, of course. But behind the folding screen. Because how else does the closing box and the folding screen both have holes 8 inches off the screen? Nailed it. Sorry, I should not be throwing my pen around like that. I might lose it. Yeah. Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk! Oh my gosh, he's gonna rip her hat in half. Quit being a quick pinning on at me, slime ball! Now, Mrs. Minnie. One so young as you shouldn't be saying, "Shut it, Rams!" As if I know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Geez, I guess I should help it along. The witness is hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Miss Minnie, how were you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding in this box. Yeah! That tiny little box. What person could fit in that? Sorry, but your theory has already been disproven. Lada disproved you when she was hiding me from me in it. But that closing box was in the side room, right? Which means that it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping in there, so I should know. That closing box there is in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright. Do you know anything do you think you can prove where this closing box was at the scene of the crime? It should be the bullet holes. And now I present a piece of evidence that will prove this closing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. I'm gonna try to present the folding screen first. Take a look at this closing box. You're so stupid. Is there any sort of evidence in that old thing? What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit here surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had the hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened to your eyes of what happened. At the time of the shooting, the closing box was sitting in behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Minnie, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Ah! Order. So what are you saying is Mr. Phoenix right? What about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Minnie and Minnie? That's exactly what I'm saying. Miss Annie and Minnie, you were hiding inside this closing box all along. And you wore the medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had a plan from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No. Stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix, right? Then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved in the closing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the crime scene? It's not possible for one person to do all by herself. Correct. It's really impossible. It is really impossible for one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Have you heard of a word called an accomplice? Have you ever heard of an accomplice, Miss Von Karma? It's a very interesting role in TTT2, and it's really fun to be because you have no idea who your trader because in TTT2 you don't know who your trader partner is, so you have to just guess and go up. So what I do is usually when I'm the the accomplice, I just go up to random people and go like, It's like, are you my trader, buddy? Sorry, I should not random install like this. By the way, we are playing G1 on Saturday. If you guys want to join us, the bot, I do have the Gmod command available right now if you want to get the info for the server right now. Wait! Miss Von Karma, you said it's not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. And this is the reason why I didn't want Pearl to be here. She is, I swear, she's gonna rip that hat in half. Miss Minnie, you had an accomplice. Shoot, I meant to present that. Grr, this person! If it wasn't someone from Kieran Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fae household, you wouldn't have used that you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fae? Isn't that wonderful witness we had earlier? What do you have to say for this, Miss Minnie? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? Ah! I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey and a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid my client inside the closing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Bang! Dr. Gray was actually not dead yet. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that's why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and bang. After that, you and the other lady broke through the thought to break into the room? Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Like, Miss Minnie, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. That sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Ah! Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, but are you still by chance evolving? Well, what is this? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma, surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of the Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix writes, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And what is it? If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with the medium, pretending to be one putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Minnie Innie want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Well, she got... There may be more than one motive here, because obviously it would be to take revenge on her sister. Yeah, that's like exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Motive? That's... Can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of motive now. What's her reasoning for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. Main card fashion. Center. One woman who was not able to escape blaming her recognized sight on Miss Minnie holds. I was like totally like tired and I dropped off to sleep and then there was like this crash and then like I woke up in this like huge sea of flames and I was like still like half asleep but I opened the right door and got out. I don't like remember anything else. If Minnie is to be believed, one the driving car with her sister Minnie. Worth a try. Ha! Just like as I thought. You bored me with your silly answers, Phoenix, right? Just right. Now even she's calling me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge on my sister's death? Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot and hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you, like, want to say, like, I took revenge based off on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senseless, stupid crap. I'm, like, going to explain, so, like, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, like, wanted revenge, then, like, I wouldn't have waited this long. And, like, besides, that guy, he, like, thought of the spirit thing, like, Dr. Gray. And, like, was, like, fully convinced that he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, ouch! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. This ain't over yet. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. God, now even the judge is calling me by my full name. I will defend! What Miss Minnie has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Morgan Fay to, quote, operate with this plan. You don't have a truly decisive piece of evidence to demonstrate your point. Tisk, tisk. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should have really learned your place. Yeek! What happened? I thought I had her for sure. Like, it's just like as I told you. I hope you like your slice of humble pie. Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Minnie. Hold it. This definitely has to be Mia. Your Honor, please allow the defense 1 more minute. All right. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculous, messed up plan for a murder. But, you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it's also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say you can prove Miss Minnie Annie had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you prove the reason? Can I? Can I really do this? Fuck yeah, we can! I'm not totally confident here, but I know I must press on no matter what. When in doubt, objection! Well, we're not yelling objection here, so when in doubt, press on! That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show something fact that Miss Minnie had a motive. Ha ha ha! Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix, right? What? You're supposed to be on my side! Avant Karma only cares about a perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I'll knock you down, Mr. Phoenix, right? And I don't care if you're on my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way! Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconsider. Hey! Wait a second here! Yeah, she is definitely gonna flip. She is definitely gonna rip that hat someday. Level 4, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Annie could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your aunt, Morgan. That's terrible. Why would my aunt? Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix, right? Ach! Miss Von Karma! Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to worry about? Say, you're on the situation. Being down on me. I know we're the same age. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you, and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion, and we'll know who the real winner is. And you know that person's gonna be me, Von Karma. Well, that didn't help at all. I'm still confused. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Minnie had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Minnie and Dr. Gray only have one point of connection, and that was the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Minnie, please testify to the court about your car accident last year. I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Miss Minnie, if you please. Okay, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... It was, last year in May. Something really bad happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sister was, totally tired when she was driving. I was, totally pooped, too. So, I fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt, and it was, a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk in the tabloid shows the day after last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Yeah, those were merely rumors, totally baseless gossip. Just like the meme. Sorry, I'm always gonna call it the Maya Intelligent Network, the MIM, also known as the tabloids. Yes, it's right. You may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Minnie's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work from another angle. When in doubt, press! It was last year in May. Did some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, that was in May too. The thing with all the patients dying was May 2nd. And our accident was on the 24th. 2 accidents back to back. You assume that it was just a coincidence? My sister was totally tired, so that's why duh. Something really bad happened at my sister's client around then. That was the malpractice where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. And what was the cause of the mistake? I heard it was cause the medicine got mixed up. It was the fault of your sister, Minnie. Minnie. Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis.
Objection!
The incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report already documented that it was entirely Minnie's fault. Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Minnie is the one who made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis. And, like, the night of the accident, my sis was, like, totally tired when she was driving. Wait, shoot, I meant to press that. She was, like, totally tired. You mean exhausted? Like, she had, like, talked about to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder, then, that car accident happened then, huh? So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I mean, switch drivers. If your sis was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True. Ah, but, like, I don't, like, have a driver's license. Oh, same here, Minnie. This is news to me. I was not aware that you didn't have your license, Miss Minnie. Are you unaware that we don't have ours either? Or we at least didn't? I don't know if we've gotten them in between games or anything. Miss Minnie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, anyways. I was, like, totally pooped, so I fell asleep in the passenger seat. The accident happened that night, correct? Yeah, like, it was, like, at, like, 1 a.m., so I think. I had, like, a paper suit, like, really soon. So, like, I hadn't slept and it was, like, working, like, really hard. So it was because of the two of you were so tired this accident happened. I, like, woke up because of a jolt and there was, like, a sea of flames around me. And your sister, what happened to her? I didn't see her. The car was, like, totally black and there was, like a ton of smoke. I, like, totally had, like, no clue what was going on. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away. Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I like, kept wanting to, like, forget that time. So, like, I don't remember things about the accident in, like, detail anymore. Well, it's alright. No need to push yourself. I think, like, I even gave an interview after the accident. Like, that would probably be more accurate, you know? If it's in the article, I already got it. I didn't, like, have any... I didn't have a license, so, like, I couldn't take over driving for her. And that's why you're in the passenger seat. Like, yeah. I was, like, at my college's research lab until, like, really late. So my sis was, like, giving me a ride home. Wait! She does have her license. We have that photo! Thanks, Dr. Hottie! You're welcome, good sir. Sorry, I just really wanted to bust out my Dr. Hottie voice there. I see. Phoenix. Yes? You can't do this. You're being too easy on her. I hit press and then I realized the answer, Mia. There's gotta be some sort of secret sleeping in the sir's testimony. Yes, so let's find that one crushing contradiction and end this. Miss Minnie, that was a lame lie just now. Like, oh, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. I didn't, but you did. This is a photo you took This is the photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What's the meaning of this, Miss Minnie? That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. So, Director Hottie, or that guy pretending to be him, said so. Anyways, said so. What? Are you like talking about like that pervert fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. Yeah! No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. Last November. I think last November we were dealing with Will Powers. I think, maybe. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's half a year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, right? What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Right? Screw you, Judge! Okay, you may be a lovable idiot, but... Just shush. At the time of the accident, Miss Minnie did not have a driver's license. Ow! Cry. And my whip will make it cooperate. Anyways, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have such drivers. I'm like, glad you get it, but like, even if I had my license, I was like, don't think my sis would have like let me drive. Ow! Don't just stand there when you're to yourself. Not you too, Mia. With the whip and the pain and the ow! Miss Minnie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyways? Yeah, that's because I think the situation calls for more detailed testimony. Miss Minnie, if you please. Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean it to be mean. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, totally a big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, just had gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. Like, she, like, would say things like, no way am I letting you a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat, like, that night, too. I see. A bright red car for sports. God damn it, not this again. Okay, we get it. People make money. People like to spend their money on cars. Now then, does the defense may question the witness? I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. So, what do you mean by really close? Like, I had, like, one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called. Permits. Wow, big name lawyer. Wow, big name lawyer doesn't even know what a driver's license is. Well, this lawyer never had a permit. Ah! Ignorance is to be whipped. Look! Okay, so no, we still don't have a driver's license. Cool. What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is other nonsense. So, like, may I, like, continue? My sis was, like, this totally really big fan of like cars, like, and really valued them. She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her cars? Well, like, she flipped out at like a drop of rain, and like she would notice if like someone like touched the car with dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage? Ever. Why did she take such a special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car. Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you? Like, Mr. Layer? I would think cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking something more significant, alright? Well, Miss Minnie, what kind of car was it? She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. It was a new car. Yeah, she had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. The UK. Were those her boyfriend's initials? And that's a really special model. She waited a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be obvious next topic. Press harder. I really don't know anything about cars, but I have a feeling this was about to come up. Your Honor? Yes? Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. You mean a part about it being a special important car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then that's not my point! Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. I'm gonna have it just in case, if I think of something. Miss Minnie, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, like, whatever. My sister's new car was, like, totally a special model from, like, England. I know, press about it. I yelled, hold it, pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it! So yes, what am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars so good? Good? Like, huh? They're expensive, and their driver's seats are the opposite to our cars here in the States. I watch British people! How did I forget this? It would seem there is no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing. Kind of goofy, isn't it? You! What do you know? That sleek shake, it starts to... Oh gosh! I can't read that! Forgive me. Her personality changed the drop of a hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. She would, like, say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. Was your sister good at driving? She was, like, totally awesome. She, like, said she was like going to be like the racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow I think she bumped my question. Off track again. So like that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too. And that was when the accident occurred, correct? Like, yeah, like I immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled like in a daze. Sounds like you had a terrifying time. There's something very big here. It's going to be hard to break sound apart such a naturally sounding system, but we have to attack it. By doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to. Do you really think so? Please. There is a path. I know it. Yeah, almost sounded like there's a profit for a second there. It has to be something. Has to do something about that car being from the UK. Phoenix? Because how could I forget? Yes, because you're right. The UK drive on the left side of the road, where where in the United States here, we drive on the right side of the road. So that means worth a try. Miss Minnie, do you remember this article? Yes, because I keep bringing it out. Thanks, Gumshoe. It's an article about the accident. You said in it, but I opened the right door and like got out. Sorry, I just wanted to bust that out my my mini impression there again. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side. That would be if it was an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. British. Thanks to the Brits. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be on the left side. Ah! What do you mean by this? Miss Minnie, you said that you had to escape using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting in there, that means you were in the driver's seat. She is so good with that hat. That hat is like slime, man. Order in the court. Order. Ah! Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Innie said the person in the driver's seat was her older sister, Minnie. That's what Innie said, yes. But what if that's where her story falls apart? Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real roots of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Innie or Minnie, who was was really driving that night? Innie was. And the answer is Innie Minnie, of course. Well, why would you say that? Miss Innie just said so in her testimony. She said that she escaped the car from the right side door, which would have been where the driver's seat was. Thank you to the British. Yeah! I'm inclined to feel sorry for a foolish fool who foolishly spends his time foolishly. At that time, Miss Innie Minnie had not received her driver's license. And that's why the accident happened. Hold it, Phoenix. Looks like you still don't see the real truth behind the accident. The real truth. Think outside the box. Isn't that what we always say? All right, one more time. If we connect all the dots, there's only going to be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Annie or Minnie, who is really driving that night? The answer is one person who has their driver's license, Minnie. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Minnie, was the one in the driver's seat, which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing in the witness stand right now? Oh shit! Annie died! We're talking to Minnie! Oh shit! What sort of idiotic roosh is this, Mr. Phoenix, right? The witness name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness' real name is... Oh shoot, I'm dead if I fuck this up. Minnie. That's your real name. Objection! Oh, the foolish dribble! Then how do you explain her appearance? The witness had several facial burns when she was admitted to into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used the picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No! But Minnie died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then the body they found at the crash site was the body of the real Minnie. Isn't that right, Miss Minnie? The car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Minnie. Her sister, Minnie, then stole her face and was reborn as Annie. With this, she effectively erased Minnie from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can see now why Minnie had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? Yeah! What's the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Especially the spirit of the nurse that died in the crash, Minnie. However, that would not have been possible, because Minnie was still in fact alive. That fact would have been discovered at the channeling it had been conducted. So this witness had to stop it from happening. Why hasn't she mentioned this? Oh my god. Why hasn't she mentioned she was the one? There's more motive behind it. There has to be more motive behind it. Because remember, Dr. Gray said Annie, who now we know is now Minnie, was the one who told him about Kiron Village. There has to be more to it. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had a misfortune consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Well, Miss Minnie? Miss Von Karma? Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? Oh, she did rip the hat in half. That's right, I admit it. My real name is Minnie Minnie. Quack doctor. He got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Minnie too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as throw away yourself to become your own sister? I think I understand why. Minnie Miney wanted her older self to disappear because of this. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Minnie Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Minnie Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing could have been worse. Couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in the accident, and her own sister's life extinguished. It's all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flame of that accident. Her sister, and even her own base. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life after sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. Only had thought of that channeling mumbo jumbo. Becoming Annie has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling the occult. I hate it. I hate it all. I believe there are still some unsolved riddles here, such as why would Miss Minnie choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe that one thing has been made crystal clear: the innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Francesca Von Karma. I'm going to join the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's gonna be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Ow! 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 And one for going for Mercer. Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! This court is a fraud! A sham! Now then, it looks like there will be time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty! That is all. Court is adjourned. June 22nd. 313 District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Congratulations, Maya. Sis? It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. really bad dream. You know, my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. So that's why she's smelled death. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Minnie hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Minnie had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then, you and Lotto would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who just committed a murder. She had it all planned. She had it planned down to the smallest details, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you've bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because you helped me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey, Nick! Tell me! Tell me why my aunt did something so horrible. Why would you help Minnie plan a kill like that? I don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason we're gonna help Minnie, what the plan was. I think we showed the... I don't get it. Yeah, me neither. I don't even know really why Mark cooperated with Minnie and Miney. Looks like the whole thing's over now. So let's not dwell on the past, okay? Yeah. Thanks, Nick. I just don't know an answer to this one. I'm just confused about the situation as she is. So why the Saints? Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement. Cell 13. My precious pearl. You're the only one suitable for the master of the Kiran, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that hip-whippy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying main family girl, that Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest pearl. A chance will prevent sense. Your time will come. Okay, shoot! I thought we were gonna have a third day to the trial. So I didn't expect stream to be this short. So, I don't want to start a new chapter because, you know, ending a chapter seems like a good place to end, obviously. So, I want to get to a point where we have music. Well, actually, to be fair, what I want to do is, first of all, new save service. So, I'm going to look away so that I don't get spoilers. And so I'm also going to pull up the webcam so that you guys don't get spoiled too if you are here for the actual thing. So, like I said, I'm getting to a point where we have music in the background so that way I can, kind of show things around. But I had fun tonight, you know? With how everything, I'm gonna look at like how many like parts there are, like half and half for the trial, so that way I can try to divide it up evenly, unlike this time here. So okay, actually, I'm gonna hop over to the title screen because I like this music really a lot, and you know, we can deal with whatever music that was next week. So, anyways, like I said, this is the end of tonight's stream. Next week we are gonna start chapter 3. So, a new color of pen, that's for sure. So, honestly, that big twist at the end where it's Pearl, where Morgan's trying to get Pearl to be the master of the family, it's kind of going to be like the whole big thing. But I don't think she's going to have that much of an issue if Maya's going to continue as just being like, you know, Phoenix's assistant or anything. Because there are no other of the main, because I don't think there's any other of the main Fates. Unless Misty comes back, that is. Because remember what Morgan was telling us about, like, how leadership, or what we heard about it. It's like, if the master doesn't come back for 20 years. But then again, there's not much time left for that, because if you remember, she left because of DL6, which happened at this point of the time of this game 16 years ago. So, if she fled any time before that, she doesn't have much time. She has 4 years at the maximum to return. So, yeah. Anyways, like I said, I'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central for Kingdom, so that we can talk about the new patch. So that way I can talk about the new patch, and I could do Kakarot Forest as the gunslinger. So, and like I said, we should be doing Gmod. We should be doing Gmod on Saturday. I did tell everybody else, I did tell the crew that I wanted to do it, but I'm not entirely sure if we're up for it, but that's kind of the idea. So like I said, if you want to play with us, the Gmod command is up, and I'll try to keep the bot up for probably maybe 30 minutes after stream, but again in tomorrow, I need to update the commands panel because I don't really turn the commands off anymore because it's just too much effort to remember to do that before every stream and stuff. So anyways, so yeah, like I said, maybe Gmod Saturday, I'm hosting it kind of, but we do have to see if there's anything with the server stuff. So, because I don't have control over the server, that's all Madcap's doing. Like, if the server's down, we can't play. It's basically what it is. Because I don't want to bother Madcap with this weekend because he's doing a late Christmas because of stuff with his family. So I don't want to bother him. So really, because he didn't bother us during our Christmas, so I don't want to bother him during his. So anyways, I'm gonna see if there's anyone who we can raid. There's a lot of potential options I have without even looking at Twitch. So, seriously, already without even looking at Twitch, I already have a few options. But I want to look at my followers list, which I don't think there's gonna be because I don't follow a lot of people who are small viewership. Yeah. So I have a few options from the Discords I'm in. So I think I don't think I've ever rated this person before. So if he's still alive, we're hitting him up for sure. Seems like he's still alive. Awesome. So we're gonna hit up Infinite Glitch. He looks like he's playing some Battlefield 2042. So no idea what that game is. So, oh, I had the wrong thing copy-pasted. Whoops. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you guys for tomorrow's bonus stream. Whoop. They might not actually be bonus streams so soon. So, Friday streams might actually just be a thing, but I might make Ori Kingdom like officially Wednesday afternoons, and then like make whatever I'm feeling Friday nights. So, and whether that be like some pistol cleanup detail, maybe some tabletop simulator, maybe some Gartic Phone. I might make Friday its own thing. So, or as I'm gonna call it, the Nitro Host night. So, anyways, so wait, I almost forgot. Alexa, tell us an interesting fact. Oh, well, that's our interesting fact about predators and stuff. Like I said, I really hope you guys all enjoyed tonight. I really did like this episode, and it's definitely, a lot of things are definitely way more complicated than they were in the first game. So I'm really excited to see how interesting we get. And I closed the notebook on yet another chapter. I'm now determined to also see how many pages of our notes end up getting torn out. We're already at 2, by the way. So for now, we raid with our finger guns ablazing. Pew, 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 pew. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 6 p.m.